Hey everyone, Lauren from A Girl and Her Wool here. So today I'm back with another Dye With Me. So we have been doing a series, a Dye With Me series, that has been a, Nacho's coming, a photo inspiration series based on the cake photo. And so in the first video in the series, I did an interpretation of the photo, and then in the second week I did a second interpretation of the same photo but with a different colorway, and so I can show you guys those here as a recap. So this was the first skein that we did, which was a pretty light and bright skein with base of like some purple and pink and green, and then green speckles. And then when we went into week 2, I decided to take away a lot of the white and bring out a lot of the colors that we saw in the photo. And so those are the two skeins, and I think both represent the photo well, even though they're quite different. And so I thought what would be a fun third video in the series is to do a mini skein set. And a lot of the reason for that is because, as you guys may or may not know, I do a monthly mystery yarn club, which you are more than welcome to sign up for anytime. There are a lot of different options with it. You choose the size skeins, and you can either do a mystery skein like this, or you can do a mini skein set. And so I thought it'd be fun to show how I kind of do a mini skein set off of a photo or a skein of yarn. So that is what we'll be doing today. And again, this is part of our photo inspiration series on the cake photo. And when I showed these skeins last week, I felt like they made a decent fade, and I asked if people would want to see like a third color, and it seemed like people did. So we are going to extend this into another video. So in 2 weeks you will see a third skein in this set. I've actually already dyed it up, and so it is ready to go, but I won't spoil it here. So you guys will see kind of the conclusion of the series in 2 weeks. We do have an ongoing giveaway going on with this series, and so if you win, which I'll give more details at the end, there will be one winner from the whole series. So all 4 of these videos are all part of the giveaway. So again, I'll give more details for that at the end. And so today, like I said, we're going to be dyeing up a mini skein set. I will hold it up here in a second, but the thing I want to let you guys know first is I don't plan to do a voiceover as I'm dyeing them, because there are 5 colorways. I feel like it would get a little repetitive, but something to kind of keep in mind with how I'm going about it is, the way I think about it is, for each skein I think of what the base color will be, and I pick a base color that is like one color from the set. And for this, okay, let me say that again. So for each mini skein, what I do is I start with the base color, and I take it as one different element from the photo or from the skein, whatever I'm basing it off of, and I start with that. So if you think about the cake photo, again, there was a lot of whites, purples, pink. There was that blue that we started to bring out in this skein. And so those are the different things that I used as the base layer. And then I just try and bring in other elements that will kind of tie all the skeins together into one cohesive set. In the comments on the last video, you guys did mention you wanted speckles, so I did plenty of speckles on this mini skein set. So that's kind of the element that I used to bring it all together for that one. And thank you for whoever just ordered from me. I heard my phone do the little tweet over in the other room there. So thank you so much if you placed an order Sunday afternoon. Okay, so I'm going to show the mini skein set here really quickly, and then you guys will watch me dye. You guys will see me dyeing up 2 colors at a time. So I did it as like 2, 2, 1, and then I dyed up 2 sets of this. So in each pan there are 2 20-gram minis on my sock base. So if you are interested in receiving a mini skein set and you are in the Dye With Me club, feel free to send me a note, an email at agirlandherwool@gmail.com with this being your preference. All preferences are on a first come, first serve basis. I am not holding this up in the order that I necessarily dyed it in. I'm just gonna hold them up as I have them here. So I'm gonna grab it, hold it up, and then we'll get into the dyeing. Here are the minis we're going to be dyeing up today. I absolutely love this mini skein set. It is so springy and fun. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let's go dye them up and then we'll talk about them at the end. Okay, welcome back. So again, I just dyed up the 5 skeins. I did not really talk about them, so I can talk about them more here. Again, because I was doing like the 2 at a time and there were 5 different colorways, I thought it would just make sense to do it now. So if you have any questions about anything you saw me do, feel free to leave a comment below with your question and I will answer it. So the first skein that, again, the main idea was I started with the base color, and then for this mini skein set, what kind of ties them all together are the speckles in them. So let me hold it up as a set in case you did not look at the beginning of the video. So you can see a really pretty springy mini skein set that really brings out, I think, a lot of the colors from the photo. Definitely brought in a lot of the speckles. Really, really fun. So the first one that I did was I left it pretty white as the base, and it came out very similar to skein number 1, which I did not write formulas down for anything, and so the fact that it kind of came out pretty similar is pretty cool. But what I did for this one was I didn't do too many speckles on it. I left it white and I just kind of speckled some of the purple. So I left it pretty white and just did some of the speckles of the various colors that we saw and added some of the pinks, the purples, and the greens on there. So pretty reminiscent of the colorway that we did. I probably, very likely, will not be talking about these in the same order that I dyed them in, because today is Sunday. I don't know, maybe I dyed it up Friday and it wasn't as long ago as it feels like in my head. But I don't know if I'll be remembering the correct order that I dyed it up in. Anyway, this one we started out with the base of the blue. Again, I did not write formulas down, so I have no clue if it is the same blue from the second skein, but they do go together. So I feel like it was all right. So again, I started off with a base of blue, and just again, the way I tied all these skeins together was to bring in speckles. So on this one, I brought in a lot of the speckles from the second skein that we did. So kind of that purpley pink that we did across this one, I brought that in, as well as some of the darker purple. So there's no green in this one. And I also did some of like that cream neutral color that we did at the beginning of this skein as well. So those two together. And then again, I won't remember the order, but I think I did, I don't remember. So this one, the base of this color is the pink that we speckled in skein number 2. So you can see that those two go really well together because it's the same as the speckles. That's the color that I used as the base of this skein. And then I just sprayed some of the purple on top, again, just to blend it all together, make it look like the pinks and the purples from this skein. And that was it. Again, no green on this one, no blue or anything. This is just the pinks and the purples from skein number 2. Don't focus on me, there we go. And then another one that I did was to bring out the greens. So we had the greens in here in the base of skein number 1. You can kind of see some of it in here. We didn't do a ton of it. There wasn't like a ton of the green in it. So I did, you know, the green, which kind of matches with that part of it. So I brought that out, and I brought actually out a lot of like that cream color in this one. So I brought out a lot of the cream color in this one, and again, just tied it together by bringing in a lot of, sorry, I know it keeps getting blurred. It's like not focusing on these minis. Bringing in the purple. So that's kind of how I tied it together, was bringing in a lot of that purple. So this one is different in the sense that it doesn't have like the cool, like the pinks and the blues so much like these other ones did. But it does match in terms of bringing out the greens and the purples. So if you were to knit with these and you weren't doing it in like a scrappy project and you wanted a good order, I'd probably put these two next to each other and maybe this one like on the end, because it won't tie in super well with all of them. But because this one has the green in it, it brings out, you know, the greens across there. And then I already talked about the blue. So those are the 4 we've talked about so far. And then the last one is one that is like the first one. So again, we have a base of like the purples, but I did more speckling of the dark green. So this one has kind of like the base of skein number 2, or not the base of skein number 2, sorry, the more intense of skein number 1, and then the speckles of skein number 1. So again, a lot of the pinks and the purple, but then more of like that dark green and dark purple speckling. So it's, if we took skein number 1 and we did a more intense base and didn't have the whites in it, we would have ended up with this. So the same speckling as skein number 1, but a different base. So those are the 5 mini skeins, and I feel like it represents the photo pretty well. Again, it's very springy, very speckly, as people kind of requested. And so a really fun mini skein. I really like this, and I kind of want it for myself. But that's not how it goes, right? So that's the general idea. There's nothing too fancy or too tricky about it. For me, it's always starting with a different base, so that way there's a different focus. So this one, the base was white. This one, it was kind of the light pink and purple. This one was the blue. This one was the green. And then this one was kind of that darker pink from skein number 2. So I always start with that, and then I just, based on what that color base is, I just pick and choose other elements from the photo or from the skein and use that to kind of tie them all together. So I don't do every color on every skein, but you definitely get focuses of each, and that way you kind of get the total element, but you get it broken down into different minis, so that way none of these like look the same like at all. They're all very different, but they do all tie into each other pretty well. So that's the mini skein die with me on the cake photo. So as always, let me know what you think, and if you are in the die with me club and this is the skein that you want for this month, send me an email. I think one of them is actually spoken for, but again, I dyed up 2 sets, so let me know if you want one. As I kind of mentioned in the beginning, this is part of the photo inspiration series on the cake photo, and so it's an ongoing series. And again, next time I'm going to do a 3rd skein in this set. I thought, again, I think I mentioned this, but I thought these would fade really well, so I did a 3rd skein in that set. So stay tuned in 2 weeks from now to see that. And like I mentioned, there is one ongoing giveaway throughout this whole series. So by commenting on these videos, you are getting entered into a giveaway, and I will announce, I mean, it'll be a couple weeks before I announce a winner, because you'll have the next video in the series to enter as well. And the winner of the giveaway will earn a, will win the 3-month rainbow series that I'm going to be doing starting in April. I'll have more details on it in March, so look out for that. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I've already started planning what it's going to be, and I think it'll be a lot of fun, so make sure you stick around so you don't miss it. So that is the giveaway. And because it's the end of the month, this is the last die with me for February. So the die with me clubs will renew on March 1st. And if you don't know what the die with me club is, by participating in the club, so you can sign up, I'll have a link in the description box. You can also go to the yarn club section of my shop at agirlandherwool.com. And what it does is it's an ongoing subscription that is less than $20 a month, shipping included if you're in the US. And you will, by being in that, so by being in that club, every single month on the 1st it will renew, and then I will send you a previously dyed skein from some Die With Me vlog. If you have a preference on what you want to receive, you can email me at agirlandherwool@gmail.com and let me know what your preference is. You can also list options because it is on a first come first serve basis. I can't guarantee anything. So some people will be very specific and some people will just say DK base. So whatever it is that you might have a preference about, if you don't care, then I'll just give you something random. And that's that. But because it's the last Die With Me of the month, I figured I would just run through really quickly what your options are. That way you can let me know your preferences. So I have a big old bin of yarn here. So I do have a lot of different options. So I do still have yarn from the pooling versus non-pooling video. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. But I have various bases. I think sock, I only did this on sock and BFL sock. I'm not going to hold up every skein. There is, and if you want to ask me more specifics, feel free. There are some that pool and some that don't pool on sock and BFL sock. And then we have the cake photo one. So I have 2 skeins of that on, I'll just hold up one. So this is a pooling one on sock, and this is a non-pooling one on sock. So those are examples. I think there's one other on BFL sock, so you can get those. And then cake photo number 1, I have it on sock. Oh, and another one on sock. I think I mentioned that last time. Sock and sock. And then cake photo number 2, I have a couple left on sock and DK. Or no, I have all of them because you guys didn't have that option last time. Okay, so sock, sock, DK, and BFL sock for cake number 2. And then, of course, the mini skein set I just held up on sock. So let me try and grab those quickly that you just saw. So I have a couple of those. Again, one might be spoken for already. It's just a matter if they change their minds or not. So that is that. So those are your options for the Dye With Me Club for this month. If you haven't joined the Dye With Me Club, please consider doing so. It's a really low rate for a skein of yarn or for a mini skein set, and it helps me do these videos as well as have yarn to dye up for it. So that is that. That is today's Dye With Me. And so on Friday, I launched a brand new product in my shop, which I'm really excited about, and it's sticker kits for a craft journal. So I bought a plain notebook from Amazon. They have these in like all colors. So if you're interested in this notebook, it's a 5.5 by 8 notebook. So it's pretty small. Yeah, I have a link to it below. There are lots of different colors. It's just a plain notebook, inexpensive. And what I created are sticker kits that you can use to fill out goals. So this is like annual 2021 goals, and I also have them by month. I still need to fill it out because I want to show it, but a lot of these are going to be related to my business, so I'm waiting until that I've shown this so I can kind of start filling it out. And then any project plans for the year, finished projects for the year, you can track, as well as like totals, so if you like to go back at the end of the year. And then I also have monthly kits, so you can track whips and finished objects and notes and anything else, goals for the month, project highlight kits, so you can keep track of your projects, what yarn you used, any notes you have. You can even put like a little picture on there. You can also like use 2 pages for any of these. That way, like if you have a lot to say, and just like lots of different colors and everything. So one thing I didn't show in that video, so go back to Friday's video for like all of it, is there is a pocket in the back of the notebook which fits, so all the kits that I use that I didn't finish up, I just have them stored in that little pocket in the back, which they fit in perfectly and it works really well. So the kits just kind of come in little sticker sheets, and you can use as much or as little of each kit as you want to. But it just makes it fun and easy and organized without like all of the effort. So that's something that I really like. Plus it's like just a plain notebook. You can do it on plain computer paper, so really easy. But I did host a giveaway to win a notebook. I have extras of the notebooks and then some of the sticker kits. So I'm going to insert a little bit here with the winner. Okay, so it is Tuesday morning. I'm cutting in here to do the giveaway winner of the notebook, which I didn't bring one over here, and then various kits from my new craft journal sticker kit collection. So I pulled all the comments from the Facebook post, the Instagram post, as well as the comments on the YouTube channel, and the winner came from Instagram, and the winner is Shatine Amanda. So congratulations. If you could email me at agirlandherwool@gmail.com. Please email me your address so I have somewhere to send this to. Again, you will win a notebook, so a blank notebook, the exact one that I had and I'm using, as well as you get a choice for each month's kit. So you'll get a full kit, so you're gonna get a full January, a full February, and a full March kit. So each one of those comes with the 4 sheets, as well as a full 2021 kit. Before January, February, and March, if you could let me know which of the 2 you want. So January full kit 1 or 2, February 1 or 2, and then March 1 or 2. So you'll get 1 from each of the months. So let me know if you have questions. Just email me agirlandherwool@gmail.com and we'll get it all sorted out. Thank you guys so much for the excitement around this. It seems like you guys like the idea, and I'm excited to bring you more. Last night I was working on April kits, and so I'm excited to show you those, and then I'm gonna be adding some new stuff. So I'm going to be making this part of my March update, which my shop updates are always the first Friday of the month. And so it will be March 5th. I will be updating the shop both with new yarn as well as new sticker kits. So make sure you're following me here on YouTube as well as on Instagram so you don't miss any details. And again, thank you guys so much. I actually have the sticker kits here that I am packaging up the first round for those of you who have been purchasing them. So I'm really excited. And let's get back to the dye with me. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I'm happy to have you here. I recently hit 1,000 subscribers, so thank you all so much for the support. And I will be hosting a 1,000 giveaway coming up soon. I'll be announcing it later this week. I'll be having a day in the life vlog go up on Friday, and so you guys will hear about it during that. And that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you comment below to enter this giveaway for the Rainbow Club. You can enter by just commenting below what you think of the mini skein sets and what you think skein number 3 will look like. I've already dyed it up, so at this point it would just be guesses, not so much inspiration, but that's fine. So if you haven't already, go check out the sticker kits in my shop. And if you have any questions at any time, you can feel free to reach out to me. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.